Hi guys, it's Mrs. Alberts here and welcome back to my channel. Okay, almost done. Last bit of Act 3. In scene 6, we have him going back to the forest. We ended off scene 5 where he was asking these bunch of rhetorical questions about who he is. So we see him going back probably to ask the same question again to find out who he is. But Elias is taking over this conversation and he's just blah 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 blahing all over. Then at some point, Barta is trying to say something, but Elias doesn't, he disregards her. And then Lucas finally stops his dad and says, listen, mom has something to say. Elias says, yes, Barta hasn't been herself since the last time Lucas was here, which indicates that when he asked her the first time, she was shook. And this has bothered her. So this is probably a guilty conscience, and she is sick with guilt. Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. Barta's confession. She says finally she chose the wrong child. She took the wrong child. Elias is shocked, which shows us that he was not in on it. He did not know. She only realized that when it was too late. We have to look at we'll talk about this a bit more later, but Barta is a very weak character who's been told by men her entire life what to do, so she will not question when told something. So you cannot really blame. I mean, she is to blame, but she doesn't carry all the blame here. She realized lately that she realized closer to reaching the forest that he wasn't her son, but then it was too late and she didn't want to go back. She was afraid of the magistrate, and she didn't want to, sound like she was lying. So fear caused her to stay behind. And she here now says that she thinks her child's body was found by the Homtini River. Now I want you to go back in your minds to Act 1, Scene 1, 2, around there, where they said that they found the body of a small child 8 months after he went missing, but it could also have been a baboon. She now states here that back then she should have realized that it was actually a small child and not a baboon. That was her boy Lucas. He died when he went missing. Anyway, she continues to say that the tall man with the glasses who helped her into the magistrate's rooms told her the one with the blue shirt. She was afraid, she was confused, she was pushed in there and immediately saw this boy with the blue shirt. That also explains why she chose so quickly. Lucas is then angry and he starts repeating this. Die een met die blauwe hempie aan. Een man se wil, een man se mag. And he continues saying that he would strangle this person. How one sentence can change a child's life completely, forever. He is angry about how his mother, FIELA, had to walk up and down to Knysna. How Seling basically sat there, dying every day, looking at the road, waiting for his son to return. He now establishes that he has no identity. He is no one. In scene 7, we have FIELA and Seling and Kitty and them. They're writing a letter of encouragement. Remember, they don't know what has happened. She just knows that he went off searching for his identity and she is now encouraging him, telling nice stories. We have a little bit of humor here with Seling talking about the ostriches, and we see FIELA giving him typical motherly advice. The final one, scene 8, we have Lucas arriving in Knysna, talking to John Ben, telling him that he no longer is Lucas van Rooyen, he is now Benjamin Komoti. This shows us that he has chosen, since he is a person with no identity, he gets to choose. And he chooses not to go and try and find out who he really is. He chooses to be Benjamin Komoti, which is this whole identity crisis resolved in this final scene. He also says that he is going back to the Lange Kloof, where he is going to farm, and he first just needs to go to Miss Weatherbury to tell Nina. Now, this ends very abruptly, but remember, this is not a romance novel. This is not a story about the love between Nina and Lucas. This is not only about reuniting with the Komotis. This is all about identity. A boy who knew who he was, even though he was different. He was brought up Benjamin Komoti, then that was stripped away from him just because of his color. He was plastered with the name Lucas van Rooyen for so many years. He went through so many questions about who he is, and pain and struggle and abuse. And finally, when he hears that he is not Lucas van Rooyen, he decides that he is Benjamin Komoti, because those were his happy years. And that is why the book ends this way. It is the whole theme of identity being resolved. And there you go. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you've got any questions, you can follow me on Instagram at Afrikaans Classroom. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos, like and share.